Greetings, Aries. This is Damien with HK Readings Healing Culture Tarot, and I am here to do your mid to end December general love reading. This will be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter, so stay tuned to see if any of the messages resonate with you tonight. Cross watchers, you are welcome to the video. I will be reading from the perspective of the Aries, but you can just take the story as it applies to your situation in your life as you know it. I want to go ahead and get into the reading, but first I'd like to say if you do resonate with the video, leave a like or a comment, and also subscribe to HK Readings if you haven't already. And now I'm going to get into your reading, Aries. So I shuffled Golden Tarot, and the card that came out here is the Nine of Coins for your crown. Nine of Coins for your crown. Now, what the Nine of Coins, as I meditate, is telling me, it's honestly signifying a crossroads, Aries. I feel as though you've been blessed to make it through so much that has been trying, and that has taught you a lot of lessons, given you a lot of strife and worry. You know, these are the challenges that life is made of, right? That you have overcome. And where those, outside of you may not really understand what you've gone through, they just see the ease in which you flow and how you operate, and they see you, in such a high stature in life, as you are in your own league or even in comparison to others in the world. They see that you're financially successful. They see that you've created a stability within yourself to where you don't necessarily need another. They see your strength to stand alone. And not everyone understands the road you took to get there, because you make it look so easy. You make it look so flawless and effortless, But you know everything that you've gone through. And I feel as though you may be reminding yourself time and time again of what you had to experience to get to where you are, to ensure that you never go there again, to ensure that no one ever treats you how they have, or taken advantage or manipulated you in ways that they may have. You're definitely seeking to relearn autonomy, so you can be the only one who allows you to fail, and you won't do that, right? However, I feel like the energy is so strong that though you may be seeing many things in your life clearly, I feel like the energy that you're coming up in the Nine of Coins, you're able to see things practically, and you're able to see things pretty clearly. But as it pertains to love, what's around you and what you may not be inviting in, you might not be seeing everything so clearly. Okay? Because I see a split-minded energy between people that you have met, and particularly one person that, may supersede the rest, that you go back and forth and considering giving them a chance. Your autonomy is one of your strengths that you've developed, but it's also a safety net if it's operating out of a certain fear when it comes to sharing love and perhaps life with someone else. Okay? What are you afraid of? How many times do you have to be told or even shown by the universe that they have your back and that all is okay? Protecting your heart from hurt is one thing, but if there's one thing I do know about Aries, is that y'all love to live. You love adventure, you love joy, you love thrill. And maybe your focus should shift on operating into that energy more that's natural to you, so you can open yourself up to things that it may relate to, such as love. Does that make sense? This isn't your story. This isn't your story. Feel free to check any of my other videos for your other planetary alignments that you may have. So the Fool came out reverse as I was shuffling. One of the first cards that came out, I continued to shuffle. Come on, Aries. The Fool in reverse with the World card. Apprehensive about taking a new beginning that could change your life, enhance your life, encompass all of the things that you've come to learn at this point. There's a high level of fear here. A degree of an inability to let go. Wishing, we've got the Six of Coins here, wondering and wishing like, hey, you know, if I'm going to get into something, I need it to be equal. I cannot continue to give more of myself than another is giving to me. Are you going to be the person to live up to what you say or to who I believe you to be? You know, that's what you're inquiring about this person. Like, I need reciprocity. I need proof that I'm going to get it. Because if not, I'm wasting my time and I can stand alone on my own 2 feet just fine. I don't have to worry about you patronizing me, whether it's my insecurity or true. I don't have to worry about any of the shit that you bring to me that's just, you don't want to worry about anybody acting out on you to call out any of your weaknesses because they feel bad, because that means that you just let them in too much. The wrong person who would even use that. You have a fear of opening up here because your vulnerability has definitely been taken advantage of before, Aries. We won't be fooled again. Four cards. Judgment reverse. These are all reverse. The Magician reverse. 5 of Wands reverse. 6 of Wands reverse. I basically feel like this is you operating out of the energy and the mindset of taking karma into your own hands, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say going against the grain of what the universe wants for you. I'm going to say, again, just deciding to take your karma and what you shall achieve from the energy that you're carrying out. You're taking all of that power into yourself. You're controlling the situation here. With Judgment in the reverse, the Magician in the reverse, because you feel as though that's what causes the least amount of chaos in your life, the least amount of conflicting emotions or ideas. If you don't know how to move forward, you're like, look, I need to take more control over my life because I feel as though I have a strong understanding of where I'm not receiving my victories. That's very powerful. That's very admirable. That's very beautiful. This is not a bad message. It's just that for the universe to be bringing this up also, I would have to say there's a likelihood that something that you're overlooking or refusing to see or refusing to engage in romantically could be different in this scenario, and you may be just a little too harsh on this. I'm not going to say you're too harsh on the situation, but your discernment isn't necessarily where it needs to be. These measures that you're taking, I think, are very necessary. More people wish they could take measures like this, take their power into their own hands, you know what I mean? But just, here's a warning to just not overdo it. That's all. Three of Coins, Two of Wands. Yeah, you have the opportunity to work on something here. You have an opportunity to really build a connection and a solid foundation with someone. You have an opportunity. But the energy that I keep becoming faced with when it comes to you, Aries, is that you are still very much deep within the throes of the decision. And it seems to be very up in the air, because you taking the power into your own hands don't mean you have the answer. You're just going to trust yourself to that when you do have the answer, that's what you should go with, okay? But right now, I feel as though for whom this may resonate with, you really don't know. Soon it will become clear. There it is. Soon it will become clear. Page of Swords coming out. Soon it will become very clear. I feel like you just may have to do a little bit more studying and surveillance of the situation to feel more comfortable with it. Okay? This person likely already provides you the comforts that you need. It's just you opening up to that. You're receiving the warmth from whatever's going on here, okay? But I feel like something in you is going to change to where you move forward with this and begin building those means of cooperation that lead to the equitable nature you desire. Maybe it's just coming to the conclusion that you can't live in fear anymore and you're ready for a new beginning. And at moments like this, you realize how much of it is really up to you. It all is. You can clear out whatever you want, adapt to new mindsets and beliefs, and really clear your energy and auras, and you can do so much to transcend as a person. But the application is always going to be the most important part. Whereas no matter the projection you may have on anything in this world here, you must realize that it is possibly a mere projection alone, and that the things that you want, if they're presented before you and it may be a little uncomfortable to achieve them, it's still up to you to get over that discomfort. And the fact that it's uncomfortable alone cannot be an excuse anymore. The fact that you've been hurt and there's certain things you don't want to go through can't be an excuse anymore. It's like you're going to come to a point where you don't allow yourself to have excuses as to why you don't try something new. Don't let that spark just resonate throughout the universe, you know? It feels like I feel like you're going to be coming into a renaissance soon, like a coming of age, a coming of energy, like just a culmination of everything that is now, and it's going to allow you to decide to be okay with pursuing what you want and trusting it when you get it, opposed to feeling that everything has to come to you and you're going to be maybe a little closed off and judgmental about it just because you're unsure. You know, you're going to get back out there with this spark. Three of Cups. Couldn't have said it better myself. It's going to be a renaissance. It's going to be a festive energy. Once you realize how much control you really have over this situation and you're understanding this Nine of Coins energy that you're in, if you already understand that you're not going to let yourself falter again, and you already know what you will and won't accept, and you've already seen achievements from work that you've put out, and you're just on such a good path, like, just keep reminding yourself of those things, Aries. Because that's what's going to allow you to be able to trust. Because you trust yourself. Therefore, you can trust another. You're already dependent upon yourself. So therefore you can lean a little emotional dependency to another, or however the dependency falls, like the, whatever. Dependency not in a bad context, but a very neutral context, Some of you are really going to snap out of it. Because the relationship you're fearing right now of working the least is likely, from what I see from the cards here, going to work the most. So that's what I have for you. Enjoy. I love you.